Shalom, shalom. In today's video, I will be discussing a very momentous section from the first book of the Zohar, and it is called the Lock and the Key. And in this video, we will be learning about the Palace of Binah, the 70 permutations of Barashit, the 6 gates, the 49 gates, and the engraving of the 49 gates. So, to begin, we will find the section being discussed, again as stated in Book 1. If you can see, Book 1. And the section is going to be found on page 31. Bearing in mind the last video I uploaded, mainly the secret of Bahibaran, we learned that Hashemayim is Zeranpin, and one of the beginnings is Barashit, bara Elohim et Hashemayim. One of the first things that were created was Zeranpin. Bear this in mind as we read this passage. Rabbi Chaya and Rabbi Yossi were walking along. As they reached a field, Rabbi Chaya said to Rabbi Yossi, "What you have said that Barashit created 6 is alluded to in the word Bereshit. Is certainly so, because the supernal 6 days, that is to say, only the 6 extremities of Binah, have a bearing on the Torah, which is Zeranpin and no more, while the others, namely the upper 3 Sephiroth of Binah, are concealed." Keep in mind here that Torah is another word for Tiferet, which is the central aspect of Zeranpin, as I stated, and the word Berashit has its association with Binah. But we have already seen in the hidden mysteries of Bereshit, where he says that he who is holy and concealed engraved a certain form in his bowels, the secret of Binah, of a secret one, the secret of the Nukva of Otik. So we're referring to the Malkuth of Atziluth, and the word Nukva was alluded to in the previous passage when it says that they reached a field, as it is written, that his scent was like a field that was blessed by Hashem. So it goes on to say, who is designated by a thrusting point. This engraving, which was molded in Binah, was incised and hidden in it. Someone who hides everything locks it up and puts the key away. This key is kept hidden in a certain chamber, and this chamber is the Palace of Binah. And although everything is hidden in that chamber, the most important thing is that key, which locks and unlocks everything. We're going to find that key and those chambers here, in the 70 permutations of Berashit, where it begins with Berashit created 6. Rosh Beit, the house of the head. Shabbat Yar. Bet Rashit, second beginning. And these 70 permutations of Berashit describe the intimate process of the creation of Zeranpin, as alluded to in the prior passage. I stated, Berashit bara et Elohim et Hashemayim, and we know that Hashemayim is Zeranpin. And in these 70 permutations is alluded the intimate construction of that system. Now, for those who would like a reference point to where they can find more information regarding the 70 permutations of Berashit, I would point them in the direction of Tikkuni HaZohar. Seeing as there is no adequate translation done in English, I would be very wary and warn against anybody trying to obtain an English copy of Tikkuni HaZohar. The only recommendation I can give regarding this book is the Kabbalah Center version, where they have an Aramaic to English, where you can see both the Aramaic text and the English text. All other books are adulterated. So, or just lacking in terms of the actual authentic translation. More of people's opinions, less of translation. So with that being said, these are the 70 permutations of Berashit which establish the aspects of the hidden Zeranpin. Now, it says, that chamber has a lot of hidden treasures, one upon the other. in that chamber there are 50 gates. The 50 gates is alluding to Binah, using the 231 gate cipher, which is located here, where Aleph is Kether, Beit is Hokmah, Gimel is Binah, so on and so forth. We find that Lamed ends up being at Kether, the backside of Kether. Mem is the backside of Hokmah, and Nun is the backside of Binah, alluding to the 50, which are supposed to be closed, meaning that they block the flow of lights. There are 49 gates engraved upon the 4 directions of the world. One gate has no direction or side. It is not known whether it faces up or down. This is how this gate remains closed. And the mystery of these 49 is the mystery of them being engraved upon the 4 directions of the world. Now, earlier, on the prior page, we read that because the supernal 6 days, that is to say, only the 6 extremities of Binah, have a bearing on the Torah in Zeranpin. And we know, as I've demonstrated, that Torah is Tifereth. The mystery is another name for Torah, or Tifereth, is Israel. And there are 12 tribes in Israel, and Tifereth is located in the chest. And the mystery of the high priest breastplate is the mystery of the engravings on the chest, mainly in that place called Israel, which is Tifereth. And what are the 49 engravings? They are the 12 tribes: Naphtali, Gad, Asher, Yosef, Reuben, Shimon, Levi, Yehuda, Issachar, Zebulun, Benjamin, and Dan. And when we calculate the amount of letters in the 12 tribes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. There are exactly 49 letters that are engraved, just as it states. And it says it's in the 4 directions of the world. 4 directions here, 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 and here. And the 6 extremities of the Torah, being that of Binah, mainly the 6 Sephiroth of Zeranpin, being alluded to as Torah. And here demonstrated above is Kether, Hokmah, and Binah in the concealment. So having this been established, we have now learned the mystery of the 49 gates of understanding. Now, why is it called 49 gates of understanding? Because later you will learn that Binah reaches its Malkuth, its end, is in Tifereth. So Binah is intimately linked to Tifereth, and for this reason, Tifereth has a linking to Binah, and this is why it's called the gates of understanding, 49 gates of understanding. Mainly that Tifereth has union with Binah through these gates. And as we have read, there are 49 gates engraved upon the 4 directions of the world, which is fitting and proper as we've demonstrated. One gate has no direction inside. It is not known whether it faces up or down. It is totality. This is how this gate remains closed. Inside the gate is a lock with a tiny and narrow keyhole. This lock is marked and known only by the impression of the key, and no one is to know about this narrow keyhole without having the key. And upon this secret is based the verse, "In the beginning, Bereshit Elohim created bara." Bereshit 1:1. Bereshit is the key by which everything is hidden, as it locks and unlocks. With this key, 6 gates are locked and unlocked. So when it locks, those gates are included within itself, then it is for sure Bereshit, a revealed word that includes within it a concealed word, Bara. Wherever it appears is a word that hides and guards a secret, implying that the key locks it up and does not unlock it. Now, for those who would like to find a reference point for the calculation of the Hebrew 12 tribes, you can find that calculation in Exodus, Shemot. This is Rashi's commentary. And you will find it in the very beginning. Reuben, Shimon, Levi, Yehuda, Issachar, Zebulun, Benjamin, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, Asher, And of course, we learned that Yosef was already in Egypt, and Yosef is the 12th tribe. Finishing the key that locks and unlocks everything that has 6 inside of it. Bereshit composites 6 letters that gives in its permutations as it unlocks 6 rectifications and establishments, mainly the establishments of Zeranpin. So with all of this being said, 2 major mysteries have been revelated. Shalom and Selah.